Hello children, so we are learning the building blocks of English grammar, and the last lecture was the first lecture on the building blocks of grammar, and there we have seen person, number, gender, case, and finally by the end of the lecture we have seen tabular form of number, case, person, and gender and case, right? So that we have seen. So today, moving ahead under the same topic, building blocks of English grammar. So today we are going to discuss exclusively on third person. Now you would say third person we have already studied, then why again to study third person? So we need to study third person because third person is just not limited with he, she, it and they, right? There are some other things because third person, when I taught you the person, third person means whatever we talk about, whosoever we talk about anything. So if we want to categorize or put all third person singular number under one heading, it's not possible. Because everything that we see around, that we talk around, they all are third person. And third person is really very important because when we talk of first person, so I is first person singular and first person plural is we. So it's over. When we talk of second person, it just you and it gets over. But third person, the range of third person is really void. It's very wide. So that's why we need to understand third person singular number and plural number separately. Because it's very important because when you know third person singular number and third person plural number, then you don't get confused about the use of do and does, and the use of has and have, and the use of was and were, and the use of speak and speaks. And since I called this lecture very fundamental, that building blocks of English grammar, so that's why this third person singular and plural we need to understand very nicely because its range is it's really too wide. So our topic is third person. Our topic is third person. And third person obviously will have singular as well as plural. So it has singular and plural. So we need to understand nicely. So third person it's not only limited with he, she, it. Obviously the first point that we see and study and that comes under third person singular number is he, she, it. First point. What is the plural of he? The plural of he is they. What is the plural of she? The plural of she is also they, and the plural of it is also they. So this is third person singular number, first point. Now what else comes under third person singular number? Any one name. Any one name. If I say here Raghav, so Raghav is one name. It's a proper noun. Any one proper noun. Any one proper noun. If we take the name of any one proper noun, that's third person singular number. But if we take the name of two names or more than two, Raghav and Darvish, so then it is third person plural number. Because there are two names, three names, four names. If there is one name, so it is third person singular number. If the names are more than 2, 3, 4, 5, it also comes under third person plural number. Next is any one common noun. Any one common noun like boy and girl and child and book and pen these. So this third point, this is the third point under the heading third person singular number. Third point is what? Third point is any one common noun. Any one common noun, that is boy, boy is third person singular number. Girl, girl is third person singular number. Child, child is third person singular number. Book, book is third person singular number. Pen, pen is third person plural number. What would be the counter plural part? So the counter plural part of boy will be boys. Girl will be girls. Child will be children. Book will be books. Pen will be pens. And this is what? Plural common noun. So third point we have seen under third person singular number. Third point. Let us see what is fourth point. Fourth point is possessive. Possessive adjective followed by singular noun. Try to understand this. Possessive adjective plus singular noun. What are those? See, my is possessive adjective and friend is singular noun. So my friend is third person singular number. Our teacher, our is first person plural number possessive. It's for first person plural number, and when we write teacher, so it becomes third person singular number. Your brother, his sister, her uncle, and their neighbor. So this is fourth point. What is that fourth point? Third person singular number. Fourth point is possessive adjective plus singular noun. What is possessive adjective? Is my, our, your, his, her, their. These are possessive adjective or possessive determiner. And after that the noun which has come, they are all singular. Friend, teacher, brother, his sister, uncle, neighbor. So it means when we write my friend, it is third person singular number. Our teacher, third person singular number. Your brother, third person singular number. His sister, third person singular number. Her uncle, third person singular number. Their neighbor, third person singular number. What would be the counterpart? Same thing. Possessive adjective plus plural noun. So here it is my friend. Here in case of third person plural number, it will become my friends. My friends. Here it is our teacher. Here it will become our teachers. Here it is your brother. Here it becomes your brothers. Here it is his sister. Here it will become his sisters. All plural. Here her uncle. Here it will become her uncles. Here their neighbor. Here it will become their neighbors. Let us once again understand it. Third person singular number, the fourth point under the category third person plural number, singular number is possessive adjective plus singular noun. So this my, our, your, his, her, their, these all are possessive determiner or possessive adjective. After it has come friend singular, teacher singular, brother singular, sister singular, uncle singular, neighbor singular. So these becomes third person singular number. Its counterpart is possessive adjective plus plural noun. Possessive adjective what comes? My, our, your, his, her, their. But here after possessive adjective or determiner there would come plural noun, that is friends, teachers, brothers, sisters, uncles, neighbors. So what we have done so far? So far we are discussing third person singular number. Because in the previous lecture we had seen third person singular number only with he, she, it and they. But the range of third person singular number is very wide. Third person singular number is not limited only with he, she, it and they. See, there are so many things comes under consideration. And in English grammar, third person singular and plural makes a lot of difference. Because it helps you, third person singular number and plural number helps you to understand the use of do and does, the difference. Third person singular number and plural number helps you to understand the difference of was and were, the difference of has and have, the difference of speak and speaks, the difference of go and goes. And that difference you will understand only when you understand this third person singular number. There are some 5 points. There are some 5 points under third person singular number category. One number, first number we have seen he, she, it is singular, the counterpart is they. Second point we have seen one name, one proper noun. One name. One name, we have seen one name. So its counterpart would be more than one name. 2 proper nouns, 3 proper nouns, Raghav and Darvish. Third point we have seen any one common noun like boy, girl, child, book, pen, and counterparts plural, boys, girls, children, books, pens. Fourth point is what? Possessive adjective plus singular noun, that is my friend, my, our, your, his, her, their. These are possessive adjective in that table form of number, person, gender and case I have given you, that my, our, your, his, her, its, their, they are possessive adjective and possessive pronoun are mine, our, yours, his, hers, their, they are possessive pronoun. So here possessive adjective plus singular noun. So my, our, your, his, her, their, they are possessive adjective, and singular noun friend, teacher, brother, sister, uncle, neighbor, they are singular noun, and that's why this complete. My friend becomes third person singular number, our teacher becomes third person singular number, your brother becomes third person singular number, his sister becomes third person singular number, her uncle becomes third person singular number, and their neighbor becomes third person singular number. Its counterpart is what? Its counterpart is possessive adjective plus plural noun. Plural noun, possessive adjective my, our, your, his, her, their. These are possessive adjective. And after that what comes? Plural noun, that is friends, teachers, brothers, sisters, uncles, neighbors. So my friends become third person plural number. Our teachers becomes third person plural number. Your brother becomes third person plural number. His sister becomes third person plural number. And one more point is left. It means point number 1, 2, 3, 4. One more point is left for third person singular number and third person plural number. And hence, and this thing will go a long way in your understanding of grammar. And the fifth point is what? Uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns. Uncountable noun like water, air, milk. These which you cannot count, sand. These. Third person, the fifth point for third person singular number is uncountable noun. And fifth point is there is no plural form. There is no plural of uncountable noun. Uncountable noun. Have you understood, children? So this third person singular number, for third person singular number they are just 5 points, and for third person plural number they are just 4 points. Right? Again I am repeating myself that third person singular number is really very important, because it goes a long way in your understanding for grammar. In absence of good knowledge of third person singular number, students they remain confused where to use has and have, where to use do and does, where to use was and were, or where to use go and goes. So now having understood this third person singular number and third person plural number, we are going to understand the use of do and does and has and have and speak and speaks. Let us understand the difference. Difference between verbs. Let us understand this. That means speak or speaks and go and goes. Let us understand this. So first I would tell you that the speak and go and this speaks and goes. So this speaks and goes are used only with third person singular number. Third person singular number. And these will be used other than third person singular number. Other than third person singular number. These. So these speaks or goes means the verb with s and es. The verb with s and es will be used only with third person singular number. And this verb speak and go will be used with other than third person singular number, means rest all person and number. Let us understand. I, we, you, he, she, they, my friend, my friends. I is first person singular number, we is first person plural number, you is second person, he is third person singular number masculine gender, she is third person singular number feminine gender, they is third person plural number, my friend is third person singular number, and my friends is third person plural number. So what did I say? I have told you that this speaks and goes is used with third person singular number, right? And this speak and go will be used with rest all. So with I, of course, we will write speak or go because it is first person singular number, it is not third person singular number. We is first person plural number, it is not third person singular number. Again, we will write speak and go. You is second person, that means it is not third person singular number. Again we will write speak and go. He is third person singular number, that means we will write here speaks. He speaks and goes. She is also third person singular number. So here we will write again speaks and goes. They is third person plural number. So here we will write speak and go. My friend is third person singular number. So here we will write speaks and goes. And my friends is third person plural number. So again we will write here speak and go. Once again try to understand children. Here we are trying to understand the difference of when there is s and es with the verb. So where we use that s and es from a verb. And you children, this s and s, that this s and es form of verb is called singular form of verb. Singular verb. So this speaks and speak is singular verb, and this speaks and goes is singular form of verb, and this speak and go is plural form of verb. This you also need to understand. Generally what happens, that's really very that when we add s or es with noun, it becomes plural. But in case of verb, when we add s or es with verb, it becomes singular. Keep this in your mind. Once again I'm telling you, in case of noun, when we add s or es with noun, it becomes plural form of noun. But in case of verb, it is opposite. With verb, if we add s and es, it becomes singular form of verb. That means here speaks and goes is singular form of verb. And where will you use this singular form of verb? That is verb with s and es. We use verb that is with the s and es only with third person singular number. What are those third person singular number? I have given you just 5 points. He, she, it, any one proper name, any one singular noun, possessive adjective followed by singular noun, and uncountable noun. These 5 points are third person singular number. So with only third person singular number, we use this singular form of verb. Here I have given you some example. And where we use the plural form of verb, if you just take out, separate third person singular number in one side and rest all whatever number, whatever the person it is there, so we use that plural form of verb. Let us understand it. This I is first person singular number. It is not third person singular number. That's why speak and go. We is first person plural number. It's not third person singular number. That's why speak and go. You is second person. That's why speak and go. He is third person singular number. That's why speaks and goes. She is third person singular number. That's why speaks and goes. They is third person plural number. That's why speak and go. My friend is still again third person singular number. That's why speaks and goes. And this my friends is third person plural number. That's why speak and go. So once we have understood this, speak and go, the difference of speak and go and speaks and goes. Now let us understand another pair of verb which is again very confusing. That is the difference between do and does. Same thing, this does is what? Singular form of verb. Singular verb because there is s and es. This is plural form of verb because there is no s and es. So this we will use third person singular verb. This singular form of verb we will use with third person singular number. Third person singular number. And here we will use with rest all. Whatever is there. We have seen speak now, same verb. Let us say I, we, you, he, she, they, my friend, my friends. I do my work because it is not third person singular, it is first person singular number. We do, it is first person plural number. You do, second person. He does because he is third person singular number. She does because it is again third person singular number. They do because it is third person plural number. My friend does because it is third person singular number, and my friends it is do because it is third person plural number. So hence here again we have seen play, we have seen that same thing. It is previously we have seen go and goes and speaks. Here do and does. So does is the singular form of verb and that is used only with third person singular number, and do is used with rest all. So this do and does is also clear. Now let us see was and were, or let us see first has and have because all will come in present tense. Has and have. So has is used with third person singular number. singular number and have rest all. Rest all means whatever is left. Has is used with third person singular number. Has is used with, let me write here so that I'll get more space. Third person singular number. Has is used with third person singular number. Have is used with rest all. Let us take again example. I, we, you, he, she, they, Rohit, and Mohit, boy and girls. Let us see. I is what? We use has only with third person singular number. So I is not third person singular number. It is first person number. So it is have. We have. You have. But he is third person singular number. That's why he has. She is again third person singular number. That's why she has. They is third person plural number. That's why they have. Rohit is third person singular number. That's why Rohit has. Rohit and boy, it becomes third person plural number, that's why have. Boy is third person singular number, that's why has. And girls is third person plural number, that's why have. Once again, try to understand where do we use has and have. We use has with third person singular number and have rest all. So let us see. I is first person singular number, that's why have. What are third person singular number here? He is third person singular number, she is third person singular number, Rohit is third person singular number, and boy is third person singular number. That's why we have used has. And rest all are different persons and different number. I is first person singular number, first person plural number, you is second person singular number, they is third person plural number, Rohit and Mohit is third person plural number, and girls is third person plural number. And that's why we have used have. So let us understand one more now. So that is was and were. So the use of was and were, and of course they are using past tense. Was and were. So was is used with first person and third person singular number. Third person singular number. This you need to understand. Was is used in past tense with first person and third person singular number, and were is used with rest all. Whatever is left, if you exclude first person singular number, that is I, and third person singular number, so whatever is left with that you will use were. Let us take one example. I, we, you, he, she, they, her sister, our teachers, Mohit, and Sohib. Let's see. I is first person singular number, so that's why was. This. I have told you was is used with third person, first person singular number and third person singular number. We is first person plural number, so were. You is second person singular plural, may you take anything, that's why were. He third person singular number was. She third person singular number was. They third person plural number were. Her sister third person singular number was. Our teachers third person plural number were. Mohit third person singular number was. And Mohit and Sohit third person plural number, and that's why were. So what did I say? How will you understand the difference between was and were? So we use was with first person singular number and third person singular number, and rest all were. And so here we have seen. Now I want to say one more thing. For conditional sentences, even with I we can use was, like if I were a king, or if I were a billionaire. So here these all are, imaginary sentences. When we imagine, right, or supposition, we are supposing ourselves to be. So in that case, even with I, we use were. So that's a different story. Now, children, you have understood. So just now, what have we understood? We have understood the use of do and does, use of has and had, use of was and were, and use of go and goes. So based on this, and I have taught you where to use what. So based on this, I am going to give you an exercise tabular form, and in that you are going to fill. Suppose I am going to give a variety of subjects. I, we, you, he, she, they, Raghav and Garvesh, art teachers, children, child. This much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let me give one more. And then girls. 12 different subjects have given. Now here you need to use with I out of speak and speaks. What do we use? We use speak. So here you need to make the choice with I, and with I what do we use? Speak and speak. Speak. I has and have. With I do and does, do. And with I was and were, was. So this you need to use it for all. Is that clear? Again for we, what do? You need to think from speak and speaks. With again we, what you need to do? You need to think of has and have, here do and does, and here was and were. Suppose if we take again one random example, suppose we need to use with we. So with we out of speak and speaks, it is speak. With they out of has and have, we use have. With they out of do and does, we use do. And with they out of was and were, we use were. This way. Suppose let us take one example with teacher. Our teacher out of speak and speaks, what do we use? We use